Hello, I'm PS3, welcome back to the video. Today I want to talk about battle mode for Minecraft console. Specifically, I want to talk about battle mode awards. These are the things that pop up at the end of each round to let you know what you did most effectively. So it might be something like marksman, it might be something like camper, or it might be something like diver. These all mean very different things, and although some of them are obvious, some of them are the exact opposite. So given I've played a bunch of games, I've done a lot of testing of this sort of thing, plus there's a big list inside the game that could actually kind of double check my list. Today I have a list of every single battle mode award you can get, including the most challenging ones to get, the ones that show you had the very worst game possible, and including some ones that I think were later on removed. So that's what we're going through in today's video. Hopefully you'll do enjoy it. If you do, like the video, let me know because it helps out the channel a lot, and let us know you do like this sort of video to let you know whether you have had a great battle mode game or whether you've had one of the worst ones ever. So again, here's the full list right here, as well as my understanding as to which one each of them means. There's 35 different ones that you can actually get, but some of these are kind of more impressive than others, and some of them take precedent over other ones. But today I think I'd kind of start by going through the ones that tell you that you had a very, very bad game, particularly, and the very, very, the ones that are most insulting are either most average, most generic, most least memorable, or most handsome, or, or participator. All 5 of these awards have the exact same meaning for basically getting no other award, and they're kind of just an insult to say, like, you did literally nothing else, and given that some of this stuff is pretty easy, like just spending some time in one spot, or, having the most items, it basically means that you had a kind of unimpressive game last game. Not that it was bad, but that it was very unimpressive, and it didn't mean too much. So if you get any of those 5, know that the game is basically saying, oh yeah, you didn't do anything, and they all look pretty similar anyway. They're like villagers or just a Steve face. Yeah, you didn't do great if you get any of those. However, if you get the shortest innings award, I think that's even worse than any of these other ones, because that indicates that you died in less than 30 seconds. Bear in mind that the battle game time is actually, there's 20 seconds of grace period. This means that at some point in the first 10 seconds of being able to die, you managed to die, and this is why shortest innings is just a bad sign. So yeah, shortest innings is just like the, oh yeah, that was an extra bad game. Least effective is another bad one, and so is least deadly for dealing with least damage. But the ones that are most impressive, or the ones we don't know, are the ones I think are way more interesting, because if you get Terror of the Deep, this means you managed to kill someone while underwater, which is really, really cool, because it means you not only won that last game in style, if you win anyway, but it means you won that last game while killing someone underwater, which means you either trapped them in there, which is kind of hard on most maps, or you just managed to get a cool fight going on in there. I think it's a really cool one to get, and that's Terror of the Deep, probably the most impressive one to me at the very least. Another one that shows that you did something really strange is Fish are Food, because that's if you use a fishing rod to pick up fish and then eat the fish. Again, it's why I don't know how they were expecting people to do that interaction, but it's something I've done quite a bit to try and find that rarest item, and yeah, you actually get an award for it, which I think is pretty cool, and it's one that just says, oh yeah, I won this game, also I spent some time fishing, and it was actually quite fruitful. Like, I got some fish from the whole thing. So yeah, that's the Fish are Food one. The ones that are, more confusing than this, though, to me, are not just the ones that are like, oh yeah, archer for firing the most arrows, or like swordsman, I use the sword, because, these aren't really too impressive things, but I think the really impressive ones are stuff like ninja, because that's the longest time sneaking. If you can win a game while still getting the ninja accolade, which I actually did by accident one time, and then I realized, because I thought it'd be something way cooler, but yeah, if you can sneak around the entire game and still get the, still win the game, that is actually kind of an impressive one. So I think a few of these are ones that you can try and do like a challenge for yourself. Again, like try and sneak around the whole time, try and spend the most time underwater while still killing everyone. Some fun little challenges for you that you might want to try, but the ones that I think are most interesting aren't the ones that show you had an awful game, or that showed you won but still did really, really cool stuff, but I think they're the ones that we don't entirely know about, because they kind of hint into how battle mode was perhaps meant to be, because we've got, 3 ones here based on food. There's best fed, there's whole wheat, and there's carnivore, and the whole wheat one is actually a picture of some bread, which makes me think that at some point in Battle's development, it was going to be bread and steak rather than steak and apples, but they haven't changed the award, and I believe there's no way to get it. I've never gotten the whole wheat award, so if you can find the way to do this, maybe it's not so, the change, maybe it is some cool secret that you have to do to get that, please do let me know. And the other one that I don't know about, because I think I might have gotten it wrong once, but I don't even know how I got it, is the You're Doing It Wrong award. So you get this for doing something wrong, it seems. These are 2 cool ones that I think hint that there's something in battle we haven't found out about yet. Maybe it was removed and that's why it's only been found in the game code, or maybe there are some cool secrets that you can pull off to get those. But yeah, today I figured I'd just let you know that there is in fact 35 awards you can get. If you want to do like a challenge mentally, I'd recommend try and get all 35, because some of these are like somewhat easy, like using the most potions I think isn't too hard, but trying to sneak around and still win, pretty hard. Trying to be hit by the most players, it's something that very rarely happens. Taking the most burn damage while still winning. There's a lot of weird ones in here that make your life really tricky. If you want to try and, make a fun challenge to get all 35, that's something you can do. Also, it's worth noting, there is a 36th one technically for not getting an award, or for just being a bat, which gives you a spectator one. Also, it's worth noting that the favorite weapon is something I think is cool. If you can win a game while getting the coolest awards, like Terror of the Deep or like Ninja, while having your favorite weapon be a stick, that's also super impressive stuff. But yeah, that's everything I wanted to share with you today's video. The entire list of awards, as well as the ones that are the coolest, as well as the ones that we don't know about, as well as the fact that if you go into the award icons, as it turns out, there's a secret little icon on there for Alliances, which is the only one that hasn't been used yet. So again, I think this might be part of the scrapped, team battle mode feature, or it might be coming out very shortly as part of like a special map. Again, just something I figured I'd throw out here before the end. I'm going to do a whole video on team battle mode at some point in the future, but for now, I just figured I'd let you know that it's in here too. So thank you all very much for watching this video. Let me know which of these awards you think is most impressive, because I think Terror of the Deep is the coolest one and perhaps the most impressive, if not Ninja. But maybe you think that being a witch is the best one, or being a heavyweight or whatever. Let me know in the comments down below. But other than that, I hope you did all enjoy this video, because I will have to see you all in the next one. So have a nice day, everyone, and goodbye.